worry a little bit, actually, for Weibo that they might run out of damage. If they're not ahead in this situation, I mean, they've got okay amounts of poke, but really, any of these champions falling behind isn't going to be able to do the same that WE can.
Hit. And WE, I questioned it. I'm sorry, I wasn't familiar with a game like that. They're going to get the first dragon of the game.
Just steps up right here. Tian taking some wolves, not going to be able to get involved in this one for a couple more seconds still. A bit more space being bought. Vampire jumps in.
I mean, Weibo are actually delaying the dragon, but they want to turn onto it. Realm Warp coming in from Xiaohu to rejoin the fight. Karis steps up, buys space, but the dragon resets, and now Tien might be looking for a vault breaker. Doesn't quite connect. Good stun by Vampire. Stuns Tien, and he goes way too deep! Oh, Weibo thought they could follow up, but the Vi is just a little too far forward, and First Blood goes over to WE. He's Nefiri, trying to give him the keys to the entire rift, and so far, that advantage is working in the hands of what WE want to accomplish.
Absolutely is. Monkey going to be able to pick up 2 of these grubs right now. Breathe stepping up does at least stop the third from going down, but now Breathe going to take a decent chunk of damage off of Cube. Not going to be killed. Kasante way too tanky for that. But at least his top laner arriving means that it is going to be all 3 of these initial grubs going over to WE.
With these piercing arrows is not going to do as much as it might be able to. Xiaohu throws down the rune prison onto Karis, forces him to keep at bay. And they're trying to lead the engage. Hong goes in with the pulverize. Karis joins the fight with the hero's entrance. Multiple grubs being fought over for. They turn right on to Breathe, but he uses the all-out to bring Karis on closer. Forces the flash out. Tien goes in, tries to gang up on the Galio, and Monkey's in trouble on the Nefiri, and Breathe tries to force the dogs away. Realm Warp from Xiaohu tries to close the distance against Cube and the rest of the WE squad, but they're able to survive.
Replay, it'll be really interesting to see where all of the damage went, because you can see lots of tools used out of both of these teams. Nobody really able to actually deal the damage that needed. As you highlighted, Light misses the Chains of Corruption before the team fight even starts.
Like WE were, oh no, Cube, I mean, he's got a flash, but Tien has an ultimate. I don't think you're escaping this one at all. He flashes in the bush, tries to make some distance here, but Rune Prison, Wall Breaker, there's the cease and desist, and yeah, I mean, unfortunate for Cube. That is out of bounds for you on the top lane, buddy.
Overall, Monkey once again going to get on top of this dragon. Should be able to pick this one up nice and easily without Tian in the area. And that is something, at least. WE, they're not massively behind. It's just, with the way this team struggles in the team fight, it feels like they need massive advantages to be able to feel like they're in a good spot in a game.
Yeah, or they need to land some massive CC miracle engages. Look for a teleport. Weibo are up in gold. They should feel advantageous in taking a fight here.
There's a huge flank ward for him if he wants it. Instead, just going to teleport in straight up, try front to back it.
Okay, Hong leads the charge. Monkey had already secured the Herald, but down goes Vampire. Not a chance to really get a counter engage off, and now Karis might just give his life to die, using the phase rush to kind and get an away, but Weibo are able to lock him down, and here comes the Realm Warp. Oh, jump scare, 4 members surprising WE on their route of escape, and they're gonna put the dog down. Cube will fall next, and only a cow is the price that Weibo have to pay to destroy WE completely. Is Taeyun, unfortunate brother, not able to escape this time, as Breathe is going to keep him in range for Xiaohu to clean up another kill.
Yeah, unfortunate right here. The fight just goes wrong immediately, and it keeps on happening. WE keep putting themselves into terrible positions. When we jump into the replay, we can have a look at the fact that they are pincering themselves in. They are just constantly getting squished into these team fights.
That's the reality, and a lot of the times WE are playing retreat mode after an objective instead of being able to force something that they want to actually fight.
Exactly. They're not able to find ways to start team fights off well enough to then be able to play them out in the way that their composition demands. Monkey actually playing very aggressive right here. He's got plenty to dodge away with, but Tian's about to jump over the wall. Does he get to the blast cone? Yes. Vi's still gonna follow him. Hang on. What is this?
Hero's entrance. Karis should buy some time, but the rest of Weibo Gamer are going to follow their captain fearlessly into the pit. They do away Karis. Monkey's able to get over the wall. Does he get to live for his sins? Tien is still trying to close the distance against him, but another frontline member will fall. This is
Yikes. Damage onto this bottom lane tier 1 tower. That will be a nice injection of gold for everybody. It's something, but still, was it worth it? Let's have a play of was it worth it. You get chickens. Your opponents get Atakan.
How can I put this politely? It's like watching one of those films that is just like so bad that it's amazing.
Oh man, the cinema of this is real. This is hilarious to watch, although I don't think anybody ever wants their League of Legends described as hilarious. Taeyun just dies there, actually.
Yep.
And they're going to be able to just keep
Slash.
pushing this one forwards. Yeah, Weibo, they are in complete control of this game. Going to be able to crack open the base right here, 22 minutes into the game. I think they're going to be able to grab this inhibitor as well. WE, they're just not in a strong position at all right now. Surely they're thinking about the tiebreaker coming up.
The Realm Warp over. I mean, this is peak Rise side lane gameplay when you're able to kill an entire line of structures in one lane, immediately Realm Warp the minion wave over to the next lane to just make the base destruction that much faster. Weibo.
Another tower hill. WE, they're just collapsing.
Yeah. This has been very clinical from Weibo Gaming, and definitely something you are relieved to see as a Weibo Gaming fan.
The LPL as Weibo, they're going to start themselves up the Baron right here. WE are nowhere to be found. They can potentially try for a fight after this one, but right now Breathe just going to be playing bodyguard.
It's all about Karis and Vampire finding the engage, but the Baron has already evaporated before WE get a chance to walk in the river and contest, and now, WE have to be careful. Taeyun is a little far forward, does have Flash and Cleanse, so he's able to shift away from engage range out of Weibo's hands. You do not want to disrespect an opponent that is up 9,000 gold. If they get in range of you, they're going to be smacking you with a very thick wallet, and that is not a fun place to be.
No, the gold is heavy right now. Breathe actually getting jumped right now. Obviously, Kasante very tanky, going to be able to rejoin his team, and Vampire doesn't actually make it over the wall with that crash down either. Here's the fight.
Oh, Hong finds the flank, and Taeyun is blown up. That's one of the carries gone, and the rest of WE are retreating. Monkey is just going to pop the recall and just try to defend from the remnants of whatever is left of his base. But Weibo Gaming are going to remind WE, we are not EDG, y'all. We are one of the best teams in this group, and we're trying to make a statement of being one of the best teams in the LPL going into this split. Monkey will at least pop one onto Xiaohu before getting completely dominated by Tien, and GG, well played. Tiebreakers, the lore, baby.